Ladies and gentlemen, the final week of college football is officially upon us. The season has flown by. We're going to be breaking down one of the biggest matchups coming up this weekend, one of our ranked v. ranked matchups. You have the Georgia Bulldogs. Everything is setting up right now for them to make the playoffs. The offense is rolling. The defense is starting to play a lot better. They finally gotten the ground game going with Frazier. And if Alabama goes down this weekend, they have a real shot here to make the SEC championship. Not that it really means anything to win the SEC, because no matter what, they're going to make the playoffs no matter what happens today. But you do get that bye week, and they are, of course, the reigning SEC champions. They're going to be going up against one of the teams that was the front runner for the ACC, but they laid an egg this past weekend. Now they have that 2-loss record here, but if there's some chaos here, they still have a shot to get in. But no matter what, this is two Georgia teams. There's the in-state rivalry. We're going to be breaking down the game, predicting the outcome, the winner, loser, final score. And of course, we're going to take a look at the best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this game? What's your final score prediction? If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment, and let's get right into it. And some SEC versus ACC rivals facing off. There is no love lost between these two teams. You have number 4, the 10-1 Georgia Bulldogs going up against number 16 Georgia Tech 9-2. Georgia Tech obviously coming off that loss first Pitt. No surprises to us. We did call the upset last week. We picked the Pitt Panthers to beat Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech. A lot of people gave us a lot of flack for that, but Pitt easily won this game. I've been saying for weeks, Georgia Tech is barely squeaking by games. Their defense is not good. A loss is going to find them. We picked the Pitt Panthers, and it was indeed the Pitt Panthers. Georgia Tech, 13% chance to win. Bulldogs, 87% chance. But don't come in here after that game and say Georgia Tech has 0 chance to beat Georgia. If you say that, you have not been watching when these teams play the last couple seasons. Georgia Tech has almost beat Georgia each of the last 2 times, including an 8-overtime game last season. The game was theirs. They gave it away at the end, but Georgia Tech is more than capable of pulling off the upset, but the defense will have to play better. Georgia will have to help them out and not play a good game. And of course, you have King. The issue is King's like 70% of this team's offense. The rest of the team has to step up. The Bulldogs, 13.5-point favorites, 59.5 over-runner. Gunnar Stockton being efficient with the ball, 2,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4 picks. He'll also scramble for first downs. Frazier starting to run better. Feed the ball to Branch. Give him the ball nonstop in space. On the other side, Georgia Tech, King, 2,600 yards, 12 touchdowns, 4 picks. He's ran for 915 rushing touchdowns, but the team overall has to step up. He is way too much of the overall offense. Georgia, 33.7 points a game, throwing for 240, running for 191, giving up 17.4. The Yellow Jackets, 35.3 points a game. Really good offense. It's the defense that's a weakness. They're throwing for 271, running for 215, almost 500 yards of offense every game, giving up 25.8 points a game, almost 170 on the ground. Georgia's going to look to run the ball down Georgia Tech's throat. Give me the Bulldogs winning this one. I don't know why it's at the Mercedes Benz Dome. Should have been at the Yellow Jackets home stadium, but it is what it is. Georgia wins 34-24. So we have Georgia walking away with the win. They take the money line, but I'm going with that plus 13.5. Expect a much better Georgia Tech. They're not going to get down 28-0 like they did last weekend. They're going to put up a fight. This game's gone into overtimes over and over again. These teams compete with one another. And Georgia, they're going to handle business here, but they've gotten a couple slow starts this season, but they usually do own the second half. I'm going to go just slightly with the under. Guys, that's our prediction on this game. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said before, drop a comment below. Who do you think is going to win this? What's your final score prediction? If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment below. And as always, thank you for watching.